But it has not been in a vacuum. It's been a community effort where the entire community has been engaged, minority advocacy organizations, grassroots groups and grassroots efforts, student outreach to embrace college education among African Americans. And I think I see the excitement. You know, we've got to the point where we see people excited about higher education, wanting to expand their skills, wanting to get an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, wanting to improve their education and their livelihood. And it's just very exciting for me to be a part of that.
Definitely, definitely. And myself, Harvesting Dreams has helped me start to thinking about my future. Along with a lot of other young students there. It really helps you focus on your future. It's really that social support network that they would miss if it wasn't in place. And it's an indicative of, it takes a whole village to raise a child. It's really indicative of that, of all the things that going together, the efforts that you and Dr. Erwin have put in. I want to applaud you on that. And of course, at the helm you have AGBARA BRYSON. So, Mr. Bryson, can you tell us what it means to have Harvesting Dreams at Illinois Central College?
Well, I'll tell you, I really appreciate the support that I get from Dr. Erwin and Dr. Ali, because without their support it'd be very, very difficult. But I tell you, it's a challenge, it's a passion to see young men. You know, Morri, we have all kind of guys walking around in the hallways and things, but the challenge is getting them into a room at lunchtime and talking about thinking and talking about some of the issues and things that we do. You know, just the other day we saw a War for the Soul, and there were things in there, slavery, the N-word, and all those kind of things that was just, sadly, a lot of our students were just blind to. But it's these kind of things, you know, we started with 6 students, and I think now our numbers are, what were our numbers today? It was 60 or something?
We had 61
students, so it's growing. Almost weekly we see new faces.
Certainly.
It's exciting being able to go into some of the grade schools and talk about it, and you know, having the ambassadors who go into the grade schools and are such wonderful mentors, and to see some of the students know these guys in the community.
Right.
And more, you know, you're just a wonderful example of what the program can produce. I mean, Student of the Year. And I mean, you've worked hard, you're a wonderful mentor, father and son component. So it's really been exciting. It's been challenging, but that's where my passion is, and I just I love to see our students.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you bring that, because I live Harvesting Dreams every day as a student and as an individual. And I try to apply those techniques and try to share those techniques with others, because they really do work. And I want to encourage you, if you know any kids out there languaging, send them to Illinois Central College. Have them get in touch with AGBARA BRYSON, the Harvesting Dreams program, so we can help them start thinking about their future. And speaking about the future, Dr. Erwin, where would you like to see Harvesting Dreams go? Would you like to see it grow to a national level, or would you be able to handle that?
Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about, first of all, a compliment to you, Morri, because last spring you walked across the stage at commencement and I handed you an associate degree. And maybe the viewers don't know, but only 26% of African American men have an associate degree from college. That means already you're only 1 out of 4 African American men that get that degree. So you represent the success, but you also represent the challenge. So where do I want to see Harvesting Dreams go? More Morri Douglas walking across that stage, and then I will be believing that the success will be there. Our trend is positive. We've grown in numbers. Now let's move toward success. Academic success will lead to economic success, and hopefully quality of life will be improved for African American men. So that's how I see Harvesting Dreams working, and continuing to expand to other colleges, other areas. And I shared with you earlier, there's the American Association of Community Colleges has a database.
Certainly.
And I'd like to see Harvesting Dreams from Illinois Central College entered into that database. And I believe we can look at best practices across the country and apply those here to engage young black men in understanding the importance of support for one another and success in the classroom.
Definitely, and I think that Harvesting Dreams has that mission. That's their mission statement, to let young men realize that education is the key to success. And I think that's the most important thing that it brings out. Dr. Ali, how do you see, what do you think our challenges are going to be as far as getting our young men and women to succeed academically?
I think that what you're doing now is a wonderful start and wonderful foundation by incorporating tutoring aspects into the Harvesting Dreams program. So that's a focus on helping getting mentoring and academic support, wraparound services for the students that are in the Harvesting Dreams program, that you're beginning to monitor and have more case management for the students that are in the program. I think that as a pilot program at ICC, we're going to see more success among the participants. And once it's you know, proven that Harvesting Dreams is contributing not only to the social success of the students, but also to the academic success of the students, that program can be replicated, you know, at not just the college level, perhaps even the high school and the primary level, to begin to harvest the dreams of African American boys as well.
Oh, definitely. I think, Dr. Ali, you are such an example to young men and young women at the college, as well as Dr. Erwin, about overcoming those obstacles, facing those obstacles as challenges to be overcome. And I think that's exactly what you do, and I'm glad to have you at the helm in that position. Mr. Bryson, you know, you and I, we go through the war every day, where we work with the brothers on a personal level, and we got to shake their hands, and you know, we have to listen to the issues that they really have in coming to school, the issues they have in dealing with some of their instructors. What are some of the things that you would like to see Harvesting Dreams improve on more to help the young men?
Well, I'm excited about, you know, like yourself, serving as a mentor, and this year is the first year that we've had the opportunity to incorporate academic coaches. This is the first year that we've had the opportunity to really monitor, and this is the first year that I've had the opportunity to really kind of work this full time. And I tell you, being able to use some of our Harvesting Dream members as not only mentors but academic coaches, where they usher our guys and our gals into the labs and into the academic support components. I'd like to see more of that. I'm excited to see what kind of impact this is going to have upon our students, because you know, you yourself, you know, when we need to see somebody, we put the word out and we see them. You know, everybody's not, unfortunately, at college to receive an education. They're there to try to receive an education. We want all of our guys to become, and then we talk about it, nerds. Because nerds are educated. Usually they're good fathers. They're good husbands, and more important, they're the leaders, and they're at the forefront of college. So, you know, it's just changing mindsets slowly but surely, planting those seeds so that they can harvest those dreams.
Definitely. You know, I think about when we talk about social support network, and you folks at home are saying, well, what is that? Well, social support network is just an extended family, and that's how I feel about Harvesting Dreams. Is you have guys with the like dreams and hopes in mind that are upbuilding one another. You know, there's other brothers that I learned from in the group. You know, that build me up and encourage me, just as Dr. Erwin, you do too. When I see you in the hall and you wave at me, that just makes me, you know, feel good. With the other brothers, I'm sure. Dr. Ali, you embrace me, you wave at me when you see me in the halls. That means a lot to me. That means a lot for me to think about the responsibilities as a student that I have to maintain. And I want to thank you for encouraging me along those lines, and keep encouraging other students, because you know it encourages them as well. What we're going to do right now is we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some more of the issues. We're going to get down, chop it up, about more of the issues that really confront our African American students.
Do you know who we are? PCCEO, helping people, changing lives for every stage of life.
Welcome back to the Harvesting Dreams Talk Show. This is our first ever episode. We're very happy about that. First in many, I hope, to come. But we were talking about the issues and obstacles that African American students, you know, have to go through in order to achieve their educational goals. We have certain curriculum in place right now at Illinois Central College with the Harvesting Dreams. We have the Stop Tripping Over Your Own Feet. Let me tell you, if you know any young men that are tripping over their own feet, you need to refer them to Harvesting Dreams by all means. And we also have a new curriculum coming out which is empowering African American males to succeed. And that's what we're talking about. AGBARA BRYSON is the founder and creator of Harvesting Dreams over at Illinois Central College, and we want to encourage you to support that and send students to us that you feel may need or be in need. I want to thank Mr. Bryson for being on the show. He is replaced today by Rodney Blue. Rodney, welcome to the Harvesting Dreams Talk Show.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here today.
And Rodney, you work for Carl Sandburg College, and you have adopted the Harvesting Dreams model at Carl Sandburg, correct?
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's a great program. A colleague of mine, Jim Rich, introduced it to me, and so I came over here and met with Mr. Bryson, and it was just a wonderful program.
Right.
Part of my job at Carl Sandburg College as minority outreach is to try to create positive programming for minority students. And like Dr. Erwin was mentioning, we have low enrollment numbers for minority students over at Carl Sandburg College. So one of my thoughts was, how can we increase? And I wasn't for sure how we was going to do it. It was going to be a challenge. But when I stumbled on this program, I said, wow, I hope we can get this to work for us. And I tell you, it's been an amazing journey. We're just getting started. This is our first semester. We have 10 students. And 10 doesn't sound like a lot, but it is, because it's impacted that many students to get into a program that is positive and that is going to help them to make good decisions and change those mindsets. This is just a program that I think is really going to help. It's not only help Peoria, but Galesburg as well, because what I've done with this program is I've went into the high schools. We've got Galesburg High School, GHS North, which is our alternative school, and our junior high schools, Lombard and Churchill. And with being able to go into those schools and work with those students and start creating opportunities. And that's an important thing when you're talking about development, that opportunity. And we really embrace that, and to be able to go in and impact the students in our community and set them their sights on higher education.